Viewers, we're getting in more breaking news on this story. First, we have Mohandas Pai, who's joining us on the broadcast on the phone line to get us more details into this story. Sir, I want to ask you, after Ranveer Allahbadia's obscene comment, which has stirred a controversy, a massive controversy online, even netizens are saying that this kind of a comment should not have been made, especially on a platform that is so accessible to everyone across ages. What is your first take on this, sir?
I think it is very obscene and he has crossed the line. The entire group of people have crossed the line. The organizers have crossed the line too by putting it on social media, giving it publicity, because there are some things you don't do in a society. However, you think you're a comedian. All these so-called comedians, many of them are idiots who think that by making obscene comments, doing this kind of innuendos and sexual jokes, they'll make people laugh. I think it's very obscene. There has to be a self-restraint by all these people. They can make jokes, they can do everything else. We have seen how they make jokes on religion and get stuck. They pick soft targets and try to get more eyeballs and clickbaits and all that. I think they should have a code of conduct for themselves. Making jokes is fine, comedy is fine, but there must be a line in the sand which you should not cross if you want to be a true professional. And I think this is a line by a big way. And the organizers, I think, have to give a public apology, cut it out, bring it down from social media. And this guy, Ranveer, also should stand up and be a public apology. And I think all right-meaning people should not subscribe to him. To just get off him and stop subscribing to him. And all businesses and others should not associate with this fellow, not give him any business, anything like that. Because some things I think all of us should stand up in society. Some things you must stand up in society. There are a few things all of us must stand up in society as decent people. One is making jokes on religion, which is not acceptable at all because it hurts people, and making jokes on such things about parents and young people. Sexual innuendos are not okay. But he can make a joke about himself and any affairs that he has or whatever it is, that is his personal opinion. But why do you ask a person such a question? And the question is totally outrageous by any sense of imagination. I mean, you find it very hard to believe that somebody can make a joke like this, ask a question like this, and the second part of the question, do you participate in such things? You should participate or something like that you hear. I think, it crosses the line.
Right, sir. In fact, I also want to understand how, now that the government is also standing up against this, there are various statements, including from Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who has condemned this kind of comment being made on a platform. What do you have to say about that also? And also speak to us about censorship. Where does that line get drawn?
Well, I think, tell me, if you make such a thing in in any movie, what will the censors do? A movie which is released for everybody, what will the censors do? Will they allow it to go on, or will they ask them to cut? I think they'll ask them to cut because it crosses the line in every civilized society, right? Especially in conservative society like us. We live in a society, we don't live on social media. And I think it's important for all these people who put out stuff on social media and claim to do a business, or claim to run programs, that they have some self-imposed codes. And they don't put it out, or they put it out, they cut it off and give an apology and say, this is just not done. And this guy has to stand up, apologize, and withdraw it. And, I think the best way is for all viewers who are offended to cut him out, to not to subscribe to him, and all advertisers, others, and subscribers who give money to withdraw and say, we'll not deal with such people. It's an extreme step which I don't like. I mean, I don't like people boycotting. I don't like people doing all that. But, these are all repeat offenders. These are all repeat offenders who are carrying on. Remember that one more person, some Munawar, somebody was there. He tried to make some very religious jokes and all that. And, remember when he went to some place, wow, people offended. I mean, they pick on soft targets, knowing that there's no repercussions. And I think, they must draw a line in the sand. Yes, we need humor, we need comedy, that's all fine. You should do it. There's no doubt, and we should live in a free society where everybody can express views. But some things you don't do.